And here we go on our Hey Mary Kay edition of the Orange and Brown Talk podcast. But we've got some news to get to here on this edition of the podcast. We are recording this. It's about 3:45 here on Monday. And a little over an hour ago, Mary Kay, as you reported, Denzel Ward signed his extension. It's the extension Browns fans have been waiting for all offseason. It is a big one. He is the highest paid cornerback by yearly average in the NFL. The surprise isn't that it got done, Mary Kay, but I'm wondering if you're surprised at the number.
You know what, Dan? Actually, not really surprised at the number because it's all about timing. When you're the next man up in terms of receiving your extension and you're at that type of position, a premium position where you are going to get paid, there's a really good chance you are going to become the highest paid player at your position because you're the next guy up. Now, you might only be that for 3 months or 2 months. We've seen that happen before. But in order to actually get the deal done, usually you have to become the highest paid guy at your position. We've seen it happen with Joel Bitonio. We've seen it happen with Wyatt Teller. And then Joel Bitonio comes in and then he's the highest paid guard in the NFL. So that's what happens. You're up for your extension. You get that market deal. And then the next guy comes in and negotiates off of what you got. But as we have seen, salaries are skyrocketing at many positions, and cornerback is one of them. So here now is Denzel Ward making just over $20 million a year. It's $20.1 million a year in his new money average, which is just slightly ahead of Jalen Ramsey, who has $20 million in his yearly average. So good for Denzel. It's a good story for the Cleveland Browns right now.
So, with this deal now, Denzel obviously locked up for a long time. I guess when you kind of look at this core, right, I kind of have looked at what the Browns have done, not just this offseason, going back. So Myles Garrett is locked up. Deshaun Watson is locked up. Denzel Ward is locked up. And the oldest of those three guys is Deshaun. He doesn't turn 27 until September. Denzel turns 25 in about 10 days here. This is kind of, and there's other guys too. You mentioned Joel, you mentioned Wyatt. Nick Chubb, of course, has been extended. Kareem Hunt was extended a while ago. The Browns have acquired some guys too. But I mean, the heart of this is the three most important positions in football. The Browns have three guys locked up for a long time, and they're all pretty young.
Yeah. And you know what? There was a tweet that went out today that helped me to understand and realize why Andrew Berry is so good at doing this. You may have seen it yourself, Dan. His wife, Britton, tweeted some cute little photos or pieces of paper out of like a loose leaf notebook, which she must have gotten from his parents or something, that showed that he has been working on salary cap stuff since he was in 5th grade. So like he did that for fun when he was a 5th grader. So I just thought that was really kind of funny. So this is what he lives for. This is what he's all about. And he is really, really good at maneuvering the cap around and being able to keep his own guys. And still at this point, and like you said, he's got the core under contract right now. That's why it was so important for them to go out and to acquire a Deshaun Watson, because it was all leading to this. It was all leading to being able to contend for a Super Bowl. And of course, in order to do that, you have to have the quarterback. So that's what this is all about. And Denzel is obviously a very, very key piece of this. Now they've got, again, their core guys, they're those high picks, the Mileses, you've got the Denzels, the Nicks, then you've got your guards. It's all starting to come together. Now they're adding in some of those young pieces like the Greg Newsomes and the JOKs. And this is, again, what Andrew Berry's been working on since he was like 11. So Andrew's doing a really, really nice job of not only putting the team together or helping to put the team together, but keeping the team together. And that's key. And this is what you have to do in order to do that. You have to give these guys deals that they feel really, really good about. Denzel Ward feels good today. They didn't try to give him an under market deal. They didn't try to do something where like, oh, hey, we're not going to make you the number 1 paid cornerback, but we'll make you number 3 or 4. I mean, no, he gets to walk away from this today feeling really, really good about his career. And it's also a hometown story him being from Macedonia, going to Nordonia High School. So I think it's one that Browns fans can embrace and feel good about too.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's the other piece of this is like, this is a guy that grew up in the area, went to Ohio State. I mean, this is someone that Northeast Ohio fans have known for a while. If anybody ever saw him play at Nordonia, they knew how special he was. And then, ends up at Ohio State and has a great career there. And then the Browns draft him. You don't get many stories like this, in many places. You don't get guys who kind of grow up in the area, embrace being from the area, and it ends up, maybe he ends up ending his career here. I think there's a lot of football left in him, but this is certainly trending towards him being able to eventually end his career as a Cleveland Brown.
Yeah, absolutely.